Let's go Steelers! Monday started off hot behind the scenes for the Steelers, and this week promises to be intense with a double dose of news. Fans will certainly be happy with the return of this player, and many surprises may arise along the way. Before I tell you all the details, make sure you've already hit the like button, but only do so if you really want to see the Steelers compete in the Super Bowl next season. It's a dream for all of us, difficult but not impossible. If you want, comment like this: Go Steelers! Let's go to the Super Bowl! Motivation should always start with the fans, who are the lifeblood of this team. Now let's dive into what's really going on, because these aren't just day-to-day updates. This is the kind of thing that can redefine the way we see this roster. First news, let's start with the man who's getting all the attention right now, Minka Fitzpatrick. Last season left a lot of us scratching our heads. There was something off. It wasn't the dominant Fitzpatrick we're used to, something was missing. But coming back to today, watching him in OTAs and minicamp, it's like night and day. Minka looks rejuvenated. He's relaxed, in sync, and for the first time in forever, he trusts the guys around him. When you pair him up with Deshaun Elliott, you get a glimpse of coordination and chemistry that was sorely lacking last year. Throw one Thornhill into the mix and you've got a safety trio that has real bite. But it doesn't stop there. Look at what's happening in front of them. Patrick Queen is in the fold now. Peyton Wilson could potentially emerge as a 3-down inside linebacker. Cole Holcomb is aiming to reclaim his impact. And let's not overlook the expectations for the defensive line, including newcomers like DeMarvin Leal and the potential difference makers stepping into roles once held by names like Larry Ogunjobi. This defense has always relied on a few stars to lead the charge. Cam Hayward does what he does, but he's not the guy who flips a game upside down in a single play. That's Minka's territory. And if Minka is truly back, if we're seeing a return to that superstar form, then the Steelers' defense doesn't just get better, it becomes a whole different beast. We're talking elite territory. And listen, I get it, it's only minicamp. That's usually when the hype train leaves the station. But there's a different energy this time. It's not just optimism, it's belief. The coaching staff sees it, the veterans see it. Minka is flying around out there like it's 2020 again. Now flip it over to another massive story coming out of minicamp, Darnell Washington. This one has been a sleeper until now, but it's time to start waking up to the reality that Darnell might not just be a blocking tight end anymore. Coming into this offseason, many of us thought he might get pushed down the depth chart, maybe even sidelined by new additions like Donald Parham. But what we're seeing now, that's not happening. Darnell has slimmed down just enough to look more agile without losing that overpowering physical presence. His conditioning is next level, and most importantly, his hands and route running have taken a serious step forward. You're seeing a guy staying on the field throughout practices, making contested catches, and becoming a legit part of the passing game. He's showing that he can be a viable second read for the quarterback, something we've never consistently seen from him before. This isn't just noise either. The coaching staff is clearly leaning into it. He's working closely with the tight end coaches during drills, improving his ability to catch at all angles and adjusting mid-play. Combine that with his already stellar blocking skills, and you've got a player who's no longer just a situational option. He's becoming essential. What's even more exciting is how this fits into Arthur Smith's offensive scheme. Smith loves tight ends who can contribute in both the run and pass game, and if Darnell continues on this trajectory, he'll be exactly that. He might not just be TE2, he could be a secret weapon. Now you tell me, Steelers Nation, how are we feeling about this? Is Minka about to reclaim his throne as the defensive anchor? And is Darnell Washington about to break out in a way we never expected? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is the kind of offseason energy that builds championship runs. The buzz around the team right now isn't just about individuals, it's the collective vibe. Something feels different. During the final days of minicamp, one thing kept coming up in conversations with players, staff, and anyone watching practice: unity. There's this shared energy, a consistent thread connecting rookies, veterans, and everyone in between. It's not that forced kind of team talk. It feels organic, like every single guy in that locker room has bought into one mission. And that mission? Super Bowl. But what makes this really stand out is the calm behind the confidence. There's no panic rush to prove something in June. No sense of desperation. It's a team walking tall, knowing they've got the pieces and just needing the right glue to hold it together. Aaron Rodgers might not even have taken a regular season snap for Pittsburgh yet, but the effect of his presence is already being felt, and not just in the quarterback room. Rodgers showing up early for OTAs and leading by example created a ripple effect. Instead of all eyes obsessively locked on the QB situation, it allowed fans, coaches, and players to shift their attention elsewhere, to the wide receiver group, the defensive line, the linebackers, and especially the tight ends. And that shift uncovered gems like Darnell Washington emerging as a serious contributor. Now, I know some folks were ready to see Darnell fade into the background, especially with rumors swirling about potential tight end acquisitions like Kyle Pitts or Juju Smith-Schuster returning in some hybrid TE role. But the truth is, those talks don't hit the same when you see what Darnell's been doing on the field. The Steelers might not need to dip into that pool after all, because they already have a unique weapon who's beginning to unlock his full potential. During drills, Darnell wasn't just a warm body running through routes. He was actively catching passes at various angles, adjusting to awkward balls, staying fluid in movement. He was engaged, consistent, and most importantly, he stayed on the field. That matters more than most people realize. Availability and consistency in June leads to opportunity in September. What stood out to me most was how comfortable he looked. In years past, he was hyped up for his potential. He was the big Georgia guy with the viral hurdle clip. But hype doesn't win games, execution does. This time, it's not just talk. You're seeing a player who knows his role and is working to expand it. The physical transformation is also undeniable. He's as lean as he can be for a man of his size, and the conditioning improvements are allowing him to stay sharp deep into practice sessions. It also can't be overstated how much this means to the offensive game plan. Arthur Smith's vision for this team involves maximizing playmakers who can stretch defenses both vertically and in the run game. Washington is shaping up to be one of those guys who does both, blocking like an extra tackle and catching like a receiver. That's a dual-threat presence that opens up the playbook, especially in red zone scenarios where space is tight and execution is critical. Let's zoom out now and look at the bigger picture, because while these individual stories are exciting, they're just puzzle pieces. The entire defense is feeding off this vibe. Guys like Deshaun Elliott, who had some of the best flashes on the entire team last year, are expected to maintain and elevate their play. But consistency is the challenge for Elliott, and having a guy like Minka back in elite form makes that job easier. Fitzpatrick gives everyone around him more freedom to do their jobs well because he covers so much ground and makes such smart reads. You throw in Patrick Queen, who comes to Pittsburgh with big expectations and the swagger to match, and suddenly the linebacker room has teeth again. Add a hopefully healthy Cole Holcomb and a rookie like Peyton Wilson looking to become a full-time guy, and you've got a unit that's starting to gain identity. If they gel quickly, this could be a top 5 defense in the league. No exaggeration. So as we sit here mid-June, you have to ask yourself, are you feeling it? Do you see what I see? Because from where I'm standing, this roster isn't just deeper or more talented than last year, it's more connected. That kind of chemistry is rare, and when it shows up this early, it usually means something big is coming. Now it's your turn. What do you make of Minka's resurgence? Is Darnell the secret weapon we didn't know we had? What are you expecting from this Steelers defense come week 1? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button for more exclusive updates, and be sure to smash the like so this reaches every corner of Steelers Nation. We've got more breaking news coming your way. Don't miss it.